I am Abby. I am Topknot Stitcher. I'm a little off brand today. I hope you can still recognize me. But Birdie died and trimmed my hair yesterday, so I decided to mix it up and leave it down again. Happy February. How did that happen? No idea. It was wasn't it just October? I don't understand where the time went. My January was a little bit crazy. You may have seen and heard that I had the terrible flu at the beginning of the month, and I really feel like just in the last week have I actually caught up to my normal life, both at work and my personal life and friends and family, which I guess that's my personal life, but you get it. Also just my personal life maintenance. I had to go to the dentist, and I had 14 loads of laundry that were waiting to be done, and I needed to actually buy and prepare food instead of just eating canned soup, which I sustained myself on quite well for 2 weeks. So just all of that craziness is finally past us, so we're back to normal. It feels great. Today is probably going to be a super short video because I did not do a ton of stitching, and one of the things I stitched on I can't share with you. So this might be really quick, although I say that all the time and then I still manage to talk for an hour, so we'll see. I would love this to be a short, quick update. I don't know that I believe it. But I do also have with me 3 large totes full of all of my whips and kitted up projects. And so I thought today, after I film this, I'm going to upload as a separate video a little whip parade and hopefully a whip down. I kind of feel like I'm going to have trouble letting go of anything, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? I know that there are a lot of projects in here that I am super excited to start, but I really, I started them last year for Mania, but I maybe put in 20 stitches. So I really would like to finish things before I start new things, or at least finish them as I start new things. So we'll see how all of that goes. That'll be separate. Right now, let's just chat and catch up. I don't have a whole lot to report on my month. Jam is being super cute as always. He's sleeping behind you right now, so hopefully we can get him to make an appearance later, but I don't want to disturb him quite yet. And life's good. So I guess let's jump into some things. First of all, thank you so much to those of you who left comments on my last video, and those of you who left me well wishes, that you were glad I was feeling better and sent me encouraging get well soon notes along the way. I super appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all who left kind comments about wanting me to continue making videos. I plan to continue. It is a huge time commitment, and every time I record and upload and do all the things, it gives me such a greater appreciation for those of you who do this on a weekly basis. I don't know how. Or just anyone who does it. It's a big time commitment, and I'm super grateful that so many of you all will, both those of you who record, let us into your lives and let us take up a lot of your time in that way. And thank you to all who watch and hang out with us, because I just super appreciate it. So here's your gentle reminder of the month to hit hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave a comment. Not necessarily for me, though, I would appreciate it, but for anyone who you enjoy, because it really does matter. And that's that. So thank you in advance, or you can also just ignore me. Let's jump into our winner from last week. Actually, first, if you in January, I picked 5 winners to get a needle minder of their choice from my shop, and I was feeling so good about myself that, I was late in filming my video, and so I was like, well, fine, I'll pick extra winners. That makes up for it. I didn't mail them until Friday, which I'm filming this right now on Sunday, so I did mail them in January, but not when I had planned to. So thank you for your patience. If you were concerned and wondering why you hadn't gotten your prize yet, I didn't forget you. It didn't get lost in the mail. I did kind of forget you, but only a little bit, because the month just got away from me, and So thank you for your patience. Last month, I was giving away, or am giving away. Oh no, where did it go? I swear I just had it. There it is. In my last video, was giving away a pair of Big Ben scissors, because how fun is that? So cool. And these go to Regina, I'm not going to be able to remember without looking it up, Dannon, something like that, but I'll comment on your comment. And Regina just went on a trip to London and Paris, and she said that Big Ben was all covered in scaffolding, and I'm super bummed that you did not get to enjoy its, famous architecture, but I'm super pumped that you get to enjoy it in this teeny tiny scissor form. So Regina, please send me your address. Either I'll put my email below, or you can message me on Instagram as well. And thank you to everyone who entered. Super appreciate it. I love these scissors. That's it. I also wanted to share with you all next month's giveaway, because figure it out. Sorry. I was opening to check Regina's name, and it decided to start playing YouTube or Flosstube videos. Rude. We'll just get rid of that. I love doing these giveaways because it's just so fun to share like my love of stitching, and I'm really grateful that having this channel and having my shop enables me to be able to share the love. So Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what that means. Hearts everywhere. Oh my goodness, look at those little kissy lips, lipstick heart. Oh, I just love it. So if you would like to win this lovely little kiss on the lips needle minder, please leave a comment below and use the word Valentine or Valentine's. Do you like Valentine's Day? Do you avoid Valentine's Day? Do you hate Valentine's Day? What's your favorite Valentine's Day gift to give or receive? How do you celebrate Valentine's Day in like non-traditional ways? Or celebrate like with your kids or your friends? Galentine's Day, oh my goodness. That Leslie Knope, what a genius. Let me know. I would love to hear some of your Valentine's Day things, and I would love to share a little Valentine's Day love with you. So this will be open until Valentine's Day, so this is a shorter window. You better comment now. To enter, please be a subscriber, please be over 18 and have your parents' permission, and please leave a comment. Please hit the thumbs up, and please leave a comment, including the word Valentine's, and I'll know that you are interested in winning this. I'll also tell you one of my Valentine's traditions growing up, not really my traditions, but something that happened every year on Valentine's Day. My school, I went to a school that was kindergarten through 12th grade, and the senior class every year went on a senior trip. And so throughout the year, there were a few different fundraisers that they did to raise money. One of them was a Valentine's Day balloon sale. So for like $1, you could buy a balloon that would get delivered to somebody and like write them a little Valentine note. And it was super cute and, fun. Kind of obnoxious because it is very clearly like a popularity contest, or some kids would get, you always got at least one balloon because they would give you one if no one had gotten you one. But like, kids don't have money to send it to each other really. So most kids had like 5 or 10 at the most. And then you have some kids who have like 50, and it's just ridiculous. But those kinds of things did not faze me as a child, and I mostly was just pumped because balloons were fun. And probably the bane of every parent's existence because we would all carpool and then we would have, 80 million balloons in one car. When I was a senior, I got to experience it from the other side, and it was pretty cool. We had a whole day where we just got to fill balloons and deliver them around campus and didn't have to go to class, and it was awesome. Got a pink t-shirt that said like Balloon Day 20 whatever, and it was great. So I enjoyed as an adult now, I can enjoy that it was a non-candy thing. But I'm really curious if, I'm sure they still do at least some version of that. But like as a little kid, it was just so cool to have, like, to see these really cool teenagers walking around with tons of balloons and being like, ooh, I wonder which one's gonna be mine. I don't know. I'm not really into Valentine's Day as a whole. But I am into Galentine's Day and appreciating the amazing women in your life. So there's that. If you want to win, let me know. I also wanted to share a couple. This is something I don't even think I've added it to the shop yet, but I'm going to this weekend. I have this one little like button needle minder that I sell that's super popular, and it looks like there are a few different designs, but they're kind of this like mandala style almost. That's what I market them as, at least. And they're just like pretty and geometric. But I just got the little tiny mini versions. I don't think that's focusing. Maybe you can still get it. I don't know. I'm sure. Oh, that's not the. Oh, they're just so tiny and cute. So I have ones that are like an inch in diameter, and then these are just so itty bitty, and I love them. So I'm gonna be throwing those up in the shop soon, because I personally love having teeny tiny needle minders, because I am the kind of person who will snag their thread over larger ones, or I end up with like 5 of them on one project, and then if they're really big, then they get in your way. I just love the teeny tiny petite ones. They're also really helpful if you like to stitch it in hand. You can use a tiny one like this without it being heavy or problematic. So that's my official shop update of the month. Let's move into stitching. I don't have very much to share, like I said. I was really hoping I would finish my Christmas stamp postage, Christmas in Space postage stamps. Christmas in Space stamps. I will never remember the right name of this, but I will link it below. This is designed by Ryan of Wild Violet Cross Stitch, my evil twin. If you don't know who she is, this is us being evil. So now you know. That's her. That's me. She gave that to me for Christmas. This is the 3rd pattern in the series. It's Santa's little rocket, his sleigh, if you will. Like 2 weeks ago, I texted Ryan and I was like, I'm gonna finish my postage stamp sleigh tonight. I'm so excited. And she was like, yes, I can't wait to see it. And then I was at a point kind of like this, where all I had left to do was finish filling in the spaceship, and then like the stamp number and little stars. Maybe, like there's a planet here, but minimal, right? And then I realized, oh no, I actually totally messed up the placement of some of these windows, and there's supposed to be another red color in here, and I did not leave room for it. And I was gonna maybe just fudge it, but I love Ryan too much to, like, it looked weird without being correct, and I didn't want to discredit Ryan's beautiful design. So I am working on ripping out what I need to fix it, and then I can fill it in and finish it. So I will be finishing this soon, I promise, and then we can all be excited, and then I can reveal the full finish 3 in a row. Oh, I love it so much. This one, I think I am actually using, I think the red is an overdyed, but it's not really coming through that much. In each of the 3 stamps, I picked one color that I was doing in an overdyed instead of the DMC. And this one is probably the least obvious, but that's okay. Maybe I'll pick another overdyed for the other red color. We'll see. But I do super love this. If you want it, go to Ryan's Gumroad page. I will link it below, and you yourself can have Christmas in Space for only 75 cents, because it's 3 25-cent stamps. Just kidding. Ryan's designs are pay what you wish, and you better believe that this is worth every penny that you can afford to put into it, and I highly recommend it. Okay, we all know I love Ryan. I won't bore you with too much of it. I also this is a restart. I showed this last time that I was not pleased with my colors, and I wanted to restart it. This is the Peppermint Purple Year in Blackwork free weekly stitch along. That's right, free and weekly. So once a week, just for good measure, once a week she releases a teeny tiny little square or rectangle with a blackwork pattern, and I love it so much. And I also really love how nicely the thread is showing up on this. So I am using this Otterly and X Stitches Best Coast, just delicious variegation. It's like gold and yellow and light green, and ooh, I just love it. And I love it on the black, and I caught up to week 5. So I'm feeling like pretty great about this because I am up to date. I really love this. I love the challenge of following the blackwork pattern. There are a few random stitches that I've skipped, and I've caught a couple. I posted a picture and had a couple people say like, hey, I see a drop stitch. Sorry if you don't want to know, but you might want to know. So I do need to go back and fill in a couple things, but I really, really am loving it. And I love having such a tiny little piece to do each week because I'm also doing Brittany's Familiars monthly sale. Haven't touched it. Sorry, Brittany. So I'm loving this. I'm stitching it on 18 count Aida, black Aida, 1/1. I have my needle minder that I made at Delicious Thread Jen's house with her laser cats. I have a grime guard that was gifted to me by Olivia B. I have this little tin that I got from somebody at the Primitive Hair Retreat. And it just is this little project of coziness. I bought this thread from Michelle Bendy's D-Stash. Like, it's just wonderful. What a lovely combination of people. So I'm loving that. And that's all I can show you. I had one other project. It's all a secret. I do plan for February. I plan to stay caught up with this. If not weekly, then like by the end of the month have caught up, because I think this weekend I did all of this. I had done the first 2 weeks and a little bit of week 3. And it took me like a few hours yesterday. These are really nice and quick because they're so little, and yeah, I just really like it. So I'm gonna maybe stitch out some of the borders. I'm not sure, because I'm using this one color, the whole design is really big. There are 52 of these little boxes, right? So there's like 10 rows essentially like this. And I am curious to see if I get bored of stitching this color or bored of like having too much of it all together. So if I get to a point where I'm happy with it, I might just stop, or even like stop and then like stitch the rest of it in a different fabric combination. I don't know. Pick another thread that would look good with this. I have no idea. I just am giving myself permission to do what I want. Feels great. And that's my January stitching. So I'll work on that. I'm going to finish this guy up hopefully very, very soon. And then who knows, as I film my little whip parade, I'm hoping that I will find the project that is calling to me most, that I want to like focus on, because I do really like having just a couple things actively stitching. So I'm going to try that out for a little while longer. I think it's time for a haul. I don't have that much, but I do have a little bit. First up, I went to Joann's to get a couple missing DMC colors, and I always like wander around the whole store because why wouldn't you? And especially because I was there right after Christmas, so the rest of their Christmas stuff was clearanced out, and I was like, what else do I need here? And I did actually get a little like metal, it's like a little metal stand, and it has a little chalkboard thing on it, and I was gonna put some cross stitch on it for next year, but I already packed it away with Christmas stuff, so you'll maybe see that eventually. But anyway, I was walking around the whole store, and I just had my thread, and then I picked up this one Christmas decoration, and then I was just wandering by the fabric, because sometimes I like to check out the fabric that's on, like the like sewing fabric, you know, like the bolts of fabric, you know what I mean. I like to check out like what's on sale or what's new or what's in the remnants bin, or just, you know, see what happens. And I walked past the little place that had all the like fat quarters and charm packs and jelly rolls and all of that, and I saw this pack of fabric, and I was like, is that a moon? I need it. Is that a moon? Is it? Can I get it? Yes. And I just fell in love with it. So there's this lovely, ooh, it's very celestial. Oh, if you're new, I love the moon. Little stars, and then more little planets and constellations and moons. Oh, and it's just like so yummy and gray and blue and purple and gold and oh. So I bought 2 of these layer cakes, and then I also got I picked up some fabrics that are like a golden black batik and a kind of neutral tan and gold cream situation. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with it, but I'm envisioning a pretty cool moon quilt in my future. I'm stoked. I don't buy fabric like this very often because I don't actually quilt, but I've got dreams of quilting, and like this is the fabric I would want to do it with. So I'm super pleased. It's not like fancy at all. It's just the, you know, Joann's pre-cut stuff. I'm not a fancy quilter yet. See what I did there? So that was a fun little stroll. And then I did a tiny bit of online shopping as well, because who doesn't? So first up, I'm going to share with you my latest Owl Forest kit acquisition. That's right, the giant cat. I have the whale, the Owl Forest whale, and I am stitching it. Haven't stitched on it probably since StitchCon last summer, but I love it. And this is a cat version of it. I know there's a different folktale that goes along with this, but it's a giant cat. It's got the moon. I'm super into it, so I bought it. I haven't even opened it yet. Should we look inside? Sorry if this is noisy, but I have not opened it, so let's check it out. So first of all, I'm gonna just notice that the colors of this, like this palette, is very close, if not identical, to the whale. So that's cool that I will be stitching them and ideally finishing them next to each other or hanging them next to each other, but nice to know that they pretty much go together. I know the whale has like a more red one and less blue, but overall that's a very similar palette. So I like that. Comes with this lovely, also a similar fabric to the original whale fabric. I changed mine and I'm stitching mine on 40 count truffle by Picture This Plus. This is this really nice creamy yellow. There's a little bit of modeling that you can't see. So I'm kind of wondering if I have enough truffle to also put the cat on it, because I think I would like that a lot. So that's exciting. Got your little Owl Forest booklet, got your giant chart. And if you haven't gotten one of these before, you get these 2 giant papers, one of which has like a standard chart situation. Oh, look, there's the cat. Oh, look at the little mouse. So one of them has just kind of like your normal, like 2 big pieces of paper that show the whole chart. And the other one comes with, it's like cut apart into all these different sections. Like it's broken apart into different sections so that this one is a little bit more of just like a chunk of the pattern at a time. Oh, I flashed it. Whoops. Sometimes it's more of like motifs broken out so that you can like cut out a part of the pattern and work off of a smaller picture, which is kind of cool, but I don't like how this one is done, because it looks like it would just be confusing. So anyway, that's that. And then of course it comes with a little needle minder. Oh, and this one is, there's trees and there's the sky and there's a moon. Can you see it? Oh, there it is with the glare, and it's not wanting to focus, but you get it. I got a moon and I'm happy. So that's my newest Owl Forest. I have now 4 Owl Forest kits that I have not started, and then the 1 whale that I have. So I said I wasn't going to buy any more, but then I saw this cat. And even at first when I saw the cat, I was like, I don't need it. That did not last long. So I got that from McKenna, 1884 Stitchery. I will link her below. I don't know what she has left in stock. This was like a week or so ago that I'm trying to find the date on the postage. Doesn't matter. She posted these on her shop within the last couple weeks. So it's been a little while since they arrived. So I'm sure some of them are sold out, but she got in a bunch of new designs, and go check it out. Plus, I just love her. So go check her out no matter what. And then I also got one thing off of eBay. I am not the world's biggest Disney fan, but I do have a handful of Winnie the Pooh cross-stitch charts. And then the other day we had a game night, and we were playing Villainous, which if you've never played it and you like Disney and also like not card games, but like strategy games, it's so good. So I don't actually own it, so I'm not super familiar with it, but I have played it a few times. The original set, you get 6 different villains, like Disney villains. And the way it works is like you pick one character and you have your own little game board and cards, and whatever. You have like your own character objective that like matches the objective of your villain. So like Jafar's objective is he has to find the lamp, he has to activate the lamp with the genie, and he has to get it to the Cave of Wonders. That might not mean anything to you, and it doesn't even when you're playing the game if you're me. But like it all like fits. And then you have within your deck, you have all these different characters from the movie, obviously, and it's very much in the style of that character. It's so clever. And so you're playing for your own objective, and everyone around you is their own character. They have their own goals. But you also can, mess with other people and take actions against them. But the decks don't intermingle, if that makes sense. So the beauty of it is that you can play in any combination of characters. So the original set has 6 different characters, and then they have 2 expansion packs so far, and they're about to release the 3rd expansion pack in March, I think. And so you can like mix and match between any of that. So you essentially have like limitless gameplay. It's awesome. I've only played it a couple times. I played as Jafar and I was very bad at it. I played as Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, and I was like crushing it at the beginning. And then I got messed with, and then I could not recover. But it was still super fun. And highly recommend if you like Disney and or strategy games. And it's supposed to be like a fairly quick game to play. When I was playing it, we were all a little new to it, except for like one person. So it took us like 2 hours, and we had 4 people playing. But supposedly it's like a 90-minute or less situation. So that's it. That's my recommendation. It was great. Let's get back to what I was actually talking about. Through that process, I almost played as the evil queen from Snow White, and I didn't. And then I kind of was sad about it because I got so stuck with Yzma and I couldn't win. But I was like, oh, I wonder, like, I'm not going to pay the, $500 for the, like, epic Thomas Kincaid Disney cross stitch, but I was like, I wonder what little ones there are, because there's the little less detailed ones. And I went on eBay, and for like, I don't know, $8 or something, I got a Snow White one. Look at her. Oh, Snow White was my favorite, one of my favorite movies growing up, but I was Snow White for Halloween when I was like 6 or 7, and I had a Snow White bedspread and a Snow White poster, and I can't tell you the last time I watched Snow White, but I liked it as a child. And so I thought I would just pick this up. So it comes with all the thread. It comes with Ada. I'll probably put it on something else because that's fun. And this is like a little tiny snippet of like the big Thomas Kincaid, which is like the cottage and Snow White and all these forest animals. And it's just beautiful. And she's looking at it. And so this is just a little piece. So I thought that was fun. I don't have any desire to stitch the crazy version, especially because they're impossible to find. But I'm happy I have that. So I've got 2 things kitted to add to the giant pile that I will film next. Okay, the last thing that I purchased this month, I got this on Stash and Load because I love La Di Da, and I love this hymn. This is Emmanuel, and I just really liked it. It's very sweet and Christmassy. It's got like a Charlie Brown tree. I like it. I dig it. That's it. That's all I bought. That's all I stitched. It's 30 minutes. That's a lie. I do have 2 more things to share with you. I gave, it's just so cute and happy. A couple of days ago, I gave Lisa B a shout out, I believe. If I didn't, then I meant to. Lisa B, the pumpkin lady, she makes Flosstube videos. She's done some recently with her family. She's gotten them all into cross stitch. It's super awesome. I maybe have talked about them on my channel, but maybe I haven't, and I'm sorry, Lisa, if I had, you get it. But a while back, she placed an order in my shop, and I sent her, I knew that her husband and son were stitching, and so I sent them a few extra needle minders, and it was super cute and adorable. And then since then, also, her daughter has started stitching. So it's just super cool to see the whole family. And I don't know if they always make videos all together or not, but either way, it's super fun. And she sent me a little thank you sheep, and it's so cute. And she made this little guy. So I have had this hidden away until I made this video, and then I'm going to take him to work because Jam has already tried to steal it like 7 times. And it's not for Jam, it's for me. It's so cute though. This little like swoop of hair on the top. Oh, so thank you, Lisa. Go check her out if you haven't. And then I also received a really lovely Paddington Bear stationery set. This is from a friend of mine. She's not a stitcher, but she knows I love Paddington, and saw this and thought of me, and I just, so remember back in the day when I did pen pals, like stitchy pen pals, and it was amazing, and then I just failed after like 3 months, but it was really fun for the few months that I did it. I just decided it's not a very sustainable practice for me, but I will definitely be sending out a few little Paddington cards and letters and notes and whatever. I love Paddington. That's Jam's namesake. He's named for marmalade, which is Paddington's favorite food. That is now it. I want to end real quick by saying, I could say, I should have written down my notes. I have a couple other shout outs, but I don't have my notes written down, and I'm going to mess it up. I did want to give a little holler out to Nick Stitches, Nicole. She recently did a giveaway, and I sent her a couple Topknot shop items to include in it, and the giveaway is closed, so you missed your chance. You snoozed and you losed. You snossed and you lost. I don't know why you all put up with me. Anyway, she's super funny and sassy and snarky and just a true delight. And if you're not watching her, please go do so. I may have also already shouted her out. I honestly just thank you for letting me be a mess in these videos. I appreciate it. But go check Nick out. She's super funny. And she's just like a very refreshing presence in the cross stitch and Flosstube world. And I am grateful for her and people like her. And then I also wanted to briefly mention a book that I'm reading. I'm listening to it. It's awesome. It's called The Library Book, and it sounds like it would be a super boring book about books. It's not. It's a super fascinating book about books. It's about a fire in the Los Angeles Central Library back in like 92, 87. Don't remember exactly, somewhere in that range. It's so good. It's so good. The library caught on fire. A bunch of stuff was destroyed. They're in the process of rescuing the burnt items, and they're going to try to restore some of them. Thousands of things got destroyed. And, you know, this is like a massive library, so not just their book collection, but they've got like all kinds of other historical stuff in its collection. And they are trying to figure out, was this arson? Let's find out. It makes me want to be a librarian. It is a super cool book. So if you like books about books, go check it out. If you like true crime, go check it out. If you just like, you know, cool stories. Go check it out. The audiobook is excellent, and I want to go listen to it right now and stitch. So I'm going to go do that. But first I'm going to film a whip parade and a whip down. And I will see you shortly for that. If you're not interested in that, I'll see you in March. If you want to win a little lipstick heart needle minder, leave a comment for me before Valentine's Day.